welcome to today's Friday freebie session. Friday, that's a new day. Today I wanted to go through a short list of questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I'd counted them beforehand, I would have added one, but here we are. And I have children at home. Isn't that fun?
Ethan's trying to take down my
Hey, Tonya. Yay, you made it.
Ethan's trying to take down my spaceship without asking.
Can I help you deal with that right this second, or can you wait 10 minutes?
But
More like 20 or half an hour. I don't know. It's the joy. The joy. All right, so today I wanted to go through a bunch of questions. If I'd counted them before.
why did this fall down?
Alex came through. I don't know why. Life happened. Life happened. How's that for an excuse or a reason? All right, so I was sitting here and I was listening to some beautiful, beautiful music, as I do on occasion. I had my pen out and I was sitting here thinking, what do we need to talk about today? And it's the start of a year and I've just come off doing a summit and a masterclass the other day on goal setting. And I wanted you to take a moment and take some time to sort of work out where you're at and what needs to shift. Now, in order to do that, we're going to fast forward in your life just a little bit, hopefully a lot bit. Because again, that's really good English. And I have kids home because it's school holidays and they don't seem to want me to do my work today. But that's okay. We push through because mums work from home sometimes. So what I would like for you to do is to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And I want you to fast forward in your life to your last day on earth, whatever that looks like. And I want you to think about, what would you be doing if today was your last day on earth? Now you can type a question in if you like. I can pause between each, or just think about it and at the end tell me how that was and what you got out of it and what really stood out in this process. What would you be doing if today was your last day on earth? And for me, I kind of had to think about this and I went, you know what I would be doing? This. I'd be doing this because if I can help one more person get to a point where they know what they're here to do and know where they're headed, then my heart is full. All right, what would you be doing if today was your last day on earth? Got comments on my phone. Now, second question. Like I said, there's 9 of these. What would you be happy? Would you be happy or satisfied with your life? We're still at the last day of your life, last day on earth. Would you be happy and satisfied with your life? That one's easy. It's yes, no. And while you're breathing deeply and feeling calm and relaxed and listening to my child, would you be happy or satisfied with your life if this was your last day on earth? Oh, Tonya, big hugs, big hugs. Make sure you take time out for yourself after that. Make sure you take time out to ground and reconnect to soul, to spirit, to purpose. Reconnect with yourself. Because that's a big amount of shared energy there. So would you be happy or satisfied with your life? Number 3, what would you regret? This is a big one for a lot of people. I don't tend to regret too much in my life because things have happened for a reason, for a purpose, and I've ended up where I've ended up because of the experiences that have come to this point in my life. Oh, perfect. Of course you have, because you're clever. What would you regret? Amazing. Good Good power features. What would you be proud of? What would you be proud of in your life? There's a bunch of things I would be proud of in my life. Which is where you want to be. Few regrets, lots of pride, in things you've achieved or things you've accomplished. Same word, different spelling. Synonyms. What would you be proud of? And what would you change, or what would you do differently? If this was your last day on earth, looking back, what parts of your life would you change or would you do differently? Amazing. What would you do differently? This one for me, I think for me, doing what I would change or what I would do differently, while the experiences that I've had have got me to this point in my life, I would like to find my voice and find my purpose earlier to be able to help more, if that makes sense. What would you change or what would you do differently? If you would change nothing, then that's totally fine. If you come back to the now, how can you live now to minimize the regrets and maximize the happiness? How can you live now?
Mommy, I'm so close to you.
My 4-year-old is just the most amazing little being. How can you live now to minimize regrets and maximize happiness and satisfaction? What choices need to change? What action needs to be taken? Yeah, I like that, Tonya. I think that'd be amazing. Sometimes we're a little bit slow to learn the lessons we need to learn. It's my husband and I have had this chat a couple of times about our past relationships.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, buddy. Oh, be careful around my tripod,
I'm
please.
almost with you, Mom.
Almost. One more should do it. My husband and I have had this conversation before where he's like, oh, I wish I'd met you sooner. So, well, we hadn't finished learning the lessons that we needed to learn through our past relationships to meet earlier. He married in his 20s and was in that relationship for a total of 15 years. And then he was in another relationship, in out of that relationship. It was one of those relationships. And he's gone, why would I do that to myself? I've gone, because you didn't learn the lessons that you needed to learn from that person, that situation, that relationship. And that's why sometimes we go back until we go, I get it now. I'm done with that. Here's the line. I'm done. Here's the boundary around that. I'm done with it. Let's move on. Let's move forward.
So which one should I?
Shh. If you're going to be in here, you need to be quiet, my love. Just be careful, please. Let go of regrets and move ahead in life doing the things that make me and those 100%. If you're going to be in here, you need to be quiet, my precious. Okay?
I want one more.
You want one more? Okay. I have a trail of cushions and pillows leading up to my office now and to my chair, which is right there.
Mommy.
All right. 2 more to go.
Did this. Like Spider-Man.
Oh, I see. That's amazing. I love my kids. I really do. They're just amazing. What goals do you need to put in place? What objectives or what What are the things that you know that you want to do? Because essentially goals are just things that we want to complete, the things that we want to do. So, you know, I had a client the other day who was like, yeah, I don't really set goals. I used to set goals. I don't set goals anymore. And I said, well, that's good if that works for you, because sometimes we get past it and we don't need to set the goals. But in reality, she still has those things that she wants to finish, those things that she wants to get done, which is essentially the same as having a goal. Makes sense? So what goals do you need to put in place? Like, what action do you need to take so that you can achieve the things that you want to achieve? How do you let go of regrets and move ahead in life? I mean, I know how. It's what I do every day.
Hi, Mum.
Hey, Bibba. Are you okay? Yeah, just please be very careful. That's my very important phone tripod that is right there near that cushion. Question number 9. Last one. How do you need to show up differently in your life to help you become more of what you need to be? You need to pick up dog poo. Yeah. Figuratively or literally, I'm just asking for no apparent reason. I'm going to go with both. We do need to pick up the dog poo in our lives sometimes. I am way back at late teens, early 20s. I was in intensive counselling sessions for about 6 months, and one of the sessions, literally, one of the sessions, she said to me, so imagine your life. You have a yard and you are literally allowing other people in your life to drive their tip truck, their dump truck, up your driveway and tip all of their stuff into your yard, and then you try and deal with their stuff. Isn't it time you kind of stood up and went, you know what, I've got enough of my own excrement to deal with, and so you need to take your stuff and go and deal with it yourself. Now, I think with my husband, when he, just before he was diagnosed with depression, with my husband, I tried to help him, and it got to a point where I went, oh, I'm not qualified, number one. Dude.
So which way should we go? I think we gotta go.
Listen, I'm on the internet right now doing a live video. I need you two to chufski-oski, please.
We're doing that.
So when he kind of told me where he was at emotionally, I went, I'm not qualified to deal with this. I can walk with you. I can do what I can to minimize the impact on our kids, for example, but I cannot fix you. That's on you. And it was probably one of the first times where I stood up and went, this is not my stuff to deal with. It is time for you to stand up and deal with your own stuff. And he's gone, but how do I do that? Go to the doctor. Get a referral or get a mental health plan or get something so that you can start working through a lifetime of programming that has got you to this point. And he did. He did. There may have been more to that story. There may not have been. Who knows? I know. However, you need to sometimes recognize that the stuff that you're dealing with is not actually your stuff to deal with. Sometimes it's someone else who's come up and you've allowed them, you've given away your power a little bit and given them permission to dump their stuff on you. And sometimes what we need to do is stand up and go, that is yours. You can pick that up and take it with you. Thank you very much. This is my space. These are my boundaries, and I am ready to move forward within my boundaries. And if you are going to respect my boundaries, then you can stay. But if you step over my boundaries, it is time for you to go. And that's sometimes where we need to go. So how do you need to show up differently in your life? Sometimes it is about standing up and saying, I'm done with being treated like this. I am done with all of the stuff of people dumping their stuff, of me dealing with other people's stuff. It is time. It is my time. It is my time to shine. It is my time to stand up and achieve my goals and my dreams, and my life is my responsibility. So you have the power, and you alone, you have the power to change your life. Yay. Well done, Tonya. I love how I use that in a roundabout way in my thing today. So that's good. Thanks for your input. Sometimes we have to choose differently. Sometimes we have to show up differently. I'm literally writing a schedule so that I have a plan every day of what I need to do within my business and with my kids to make each day easier. And sometimes we just have to do what comes up on that day. So sometimes we have to relinquish expectation and let it go, and just let it go. This week I kind of expected to do a little bit more work-wise, and it didn't happen because I have kids who I ended up having a doctor's appointment, a telehealth appointment for my little guy yesterday. And so my afternoon, instead of doing IT work, was going to the chemist and getting him some antibiotics. But the thing is, things are always going to crop up. And it's your choice whether you allow that to consume you or allow it to be a stepping stone to where you want to be. It's about perspective. It's about what meaning we give that. I could have sat there and gone, it's the end of the world. I can't do this now. But what it meant was, I can't do this now. I can't do this in this moment. I can do it tomorrow or later tonight, or there are other times. The schedule doesn't have to be spot on in terms of timing. And sometimes the best timing for things is when they actually happen. Relinquish control. Set some goals. Set a plan. Make them happen. That's as simple as it needs to be. If you've got any questions, please reach out. If you've got comments, put them in there. Let me know if you're watching the replay. And if you want to work with me, the easiest and best way to actually do that, here's the thing, right? The most economical way for you to work with me is to join the Love Angels Light Supporter Group. It is $35 a month. It is an ongoing subscription for as long as you choose to join us. There are weekly readings if that's not your thing. Twice a month, there are open coaching sessions where if you have questions, you come in, you ask the question, we work through it. If you don't have a question, I will do one of these sorts of sessions and give it to you. You've made all the good comments. Oh, fair enough, Sammy. That's perfect. Give yourself a little bit of love. Honestly, we don't show ourselves enough love almost ever. So love yourself a little bit more every day. And I will see you guys later. I'm actually live tonight doing the Love Angels Light TV readings. So that will start at 8:30 p.m. over on the Love Angels Light page. And I will chat to you guys later. Have a really great afternoon. Bye, guys.